All right, here we go again. It's that time of the month, the Austin real estate market update. Let's go. All right, my name's Paulie Campanero, owner of the Vision Realty Group here in Central Texas. I'm based out of Austin, Texas, and I get stoked talking about the numbers every month because, man, Austin is one of those places in the United States that is talked about nationwide. There's a big draw to come here from big companies and tech and education, and just Texas is just a place where there's just so much going on, and all eyes on Austin for what's happening with the real estate market, and are there indicators in regards to how that affects different parts of the country. Okay, but today's video is an update from month to month, from May to June 2023, because all of those spectators and speculators in regards to what's going on with the real estate market, specifically in Austin, Texas, often are not even real estate professionals who have direct access to the information, or who are speculating from California or Florida or some other part of the country, and they're just not boots on ground. Now, the reports that come out from Austin Board of Realtors are tracking every month, but they're trending year over year. So this report gives you an inside look on the trend month to month, which is important because a year over year trend could drastically be skewed by all of the appreciation or depreciation that's happened over the last couple years. So these reports really help people get an idea on what's going on right now. All right, let's jump into the numbers, and I'll give my summary on whether you should buy or sell real estate right now towards the end. So primarily, we're looking at Williamson and Travis County. Now, man, some interesting things have been happening, and these key indicators are the numbers that give us an inclination of what's happening. Now, we'll look at Travis and Williamson County, the two main counties that encompass the greater Austin area. And so let's jump in. On Travis County, last month we were at $537,000 for median price point. June, we're up to $550,000. That's a 2.5% increase. I'm looking at all the numbers here on my whiteboard. 2.5 increase in 1 month. Now, man, I'll tell you, talk to real estate professionals, it doesn't feel like it, and I'll get to that in a moment in regards to why and some of the other dynamics that are happening in the market, but it's been pretty weird. Now, Williamson County, $440,000 for the month of May. For the month of June, $450,000. Again, a 2% increase in value. Quite amazing, really, when you take into account in 2022, from May 2022, the peak of the market, to December 31st, Williamson Travis County lost approximately 25%, give or take a little bit. Across the board, 25% depreciation in 2022. Now, I get it, like 2020, 2021, there was 30 and 40% appreciation in some areas, while 2022 was 25% depreciation. 2023 has been a different story. January, February, we kind of skidded across the bottom and the market stabilized. There wasn't too much appreciation or depreciation. The deviance levels were relatively flat for January, February. March and April, we saw 7% appreciation in Williamson and Travis County over a period of 2 months. 7% appreciation. Quite dramatic when you look at how when you look at what's been happening in the prior 6 and 9 months from there, and then May a little bit more stabilization, and now June a little bit more appreciation. So overall, the market's up this year, but again, it doesn't feel like it when you talk to real estate professionals, or even buyers or sellers who are in the market. Okay, I'll get to that. Let's finish off with these key indicator numbers, and then I'll explain kind of what's happening, because it's weird. You may have heard that saying, keep Austin weird. Well, the real estate market is weird right now. All right, so some of these key other indicators are closed sales for Travis County, just a hair shy of 1,500. Williamson County, just a hair over 1,000. Both of those numbers stabilized. Average days on market, 52 days for Travis County. Williamson County, 66 days. Now, let's take a time out here because I want to make sure, especially if you're a seller, you're listening up here, that's not the real number. Because what's happening is there are a lot of people overpricing their homes. Either it's the homeowners being adamant or the real estate agents being weak, and they're not listing at a price point originally that'll cause the property to sell. Now what ends up happening is when people who are overpriced realize that they're overpriced and they're motivated to sell, at some point they need to lower their price, and the asking price that causes an offer to occur regularly happens within 30 days, even for $1 million properties. So this myth or stigma around it takes a long time to sell a property, 52, 60 days, still terribly not long in the grand scheme of history and how long it takes to sell real estate. But man, it feels like an eternity when properties last year and the year before and the year before that were selling in 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, a week or two. And so understand this, when you price a property correctly, it should sell within approximately 30 days. Now, the risk to that is if that you try and start high, you end up chasing the market, meaning you're lowering your price as time goes by. Now, I don't know if you remember the last time you bought a home, but when you see a property on the market an extended period of time, the first thought in your head is, what's wrong with it? Are they really motivated? Maybe we should come in lower. And so trying to start high is a tactic that usually costs the seller money. So paying attention to the numbers and where the market's at, because there's really two types of properties that are selling in this market. Properties that have lots of upgrades and updates, lots of features and benefits, upgraded and updated, and those properties are selling at and sometimes a little over market value, hence seeing the median price points go up, or the properties that are priced the lowest. And that's what's happening. So let me finish up on the key indicators and then I'll get to the market, this weird market that we're experiencing. New listings down in both counties, 2,300 homes in Travis County, 1,400 homes in Williamson County, both down just a little bit. Active listings, 4,700 homes in Travis County, almost 2,700 homes in Williamson County. Both of those numbers are actually down from the prior month. Now, what's interesting is we've been hanging around 11,000, 11,500 homes. The last few weeks, we've nudged upwards towards 12,000 homes. Now we're selling 3,000 homes a month. So there's a 3 to 4 month supply, which again, feels like a lot in Central Texas when, again, in the grand scheme of things and history of real estate, a 3 or 4 month supply is normal. But it doesn't feel normal because the last few years have been so ridiculous in regards to the amount of inventory being so low. Now, with approximately 12,000 homes on the market, there is a red flag that I mentioned last month that I'm definitely keeping my eye on in regards to the number of vacant homes. Almost 55% of the current active listings, homes for sale right now, are showing in the multiple listing service as vacant. Nobody's living in them. So whose homes are they? They could be homeowners who lived in the home and now they've moved on because they had to get going, or they wanted to vacate the home because they're not interested in being in the home while the home is being shown. But I'd say that's probably a lesser number of people versus investors. And I'd say that the properties, vacant properties being literally more than half of the current inventory is not normal. And there's some speculation that a lot of people got into the market as amateur B&Bers or investors who didn't understand the numbers. Look, I have clients like this and they're trying to get out. Now, I've helped some of them get out, and I've helped some of them make money, and I've helped some of them minimize losing money because I've had people, even in my clientele base, who said, Paul, I'm ready to get out. And we made moves, and some of them followed consultation and sold sooner and minimized their loss. Some of them did not follow consultation and lost more money. Literally, I have people that had lost $50,000, $100,000, $150,000. I had one client where the strategy to get them to where they needed to go was not followed, and literally the property sold for $200,000 less than it could have 5 months prior. So look, this is real business here on understanding the numbers, because literally it could cost you thousands, tens of thousands, hopefully not hundreds of thousands of dollars if you don't get this right. Okay, so what's gonna happen? Should you buy or sell real estate right now? Hey, summer's over, really. I know, it's still August. We just landed in August in Central Texas, and every real estate market's different. The buyer activity begins to drop off second week of August. People start going back to school, and people just pull back. I didn't believe it because I came from Vegas, and that doesn't happen in Vegas. Vegas school starts a little bit later. Every market is its own beast. And so I said, no, things still happen. And then as the years went by, I've been here approximately 7 years now, like clockwork, every August, boom, the faucet shuts off and buyer activity goes down. And so look, that's not a great thing for sellers, because if you're overpriced and you've been overpriced for 30 days, 45 days, and you're not getting the activity that you're looking for, things could get worse in the fall. So look, summer's over now. And so the fall market is literally on the cusp. We're right there. It's the first week of August, and activity is set to decrease and fall back for the number of buyers that are looking. So fall months, winter months, I mean, you don't have to be a rocket science to realize that less buyers, less activity could mean less opportunity. Now look, if you're a seller, you can still sell for the highest price possible, but you gotta have the right pricing strategy and the right marketing plan, because it's not as simple as just putting the property on the market and waiting for it to sell. If it was that easy, and the electronic corkboard, which is the MLS where all properties go, was the answer to your prayers to just sell the property, realtors would have been out of a job a long time ago. This still is about strategy. This still is about relationships, where I have to sell the property not only to the public, but to the other agents, especially if we're overpriced on engagement. And by engagement, I mean, like, I have to engage these other agents, because if I don't reach out to them before the showing or after the showing or both, then I may miss out on an opportunity because I don't know the skill set of that other agent. Last year, according to National Association of Realtors, 50% of realtors did 0 deals. 50% of realtors did 0 deals. The national average for realtors doing transactions is 4. If you're talking to a realtor, there's a pretty good chance that they've done nothing or very little. So now you hire one of these people to sell your home, and you don't have an intentional strategy. You don't have somebody who understands the power and the importance of communication to reach out to people and to make connections. Then you could be in trouble moving into a slower season. And if you're motivated and you need to sell, or if you're an investor, and we work with a lot of investors, so comment below with what you've seen in your neighborhood on appreciation or depreciation in the last few months, or just activity, homes for sale. So if you're an investor, you may need to liquidate those funds to be able to go make another investment. Dealing with a lot of people like that right now, changing their investment strategy, liquidating that equity for whatever reason. Time is your enemy. And the longer you're on the market, the worse off you are. So intentionality and strategy and having the right professional can make all the difference to make or breaking your deal, and just how much money you can sell for the highest price possible and get the most money out of the deal. All right, if you're a buyer, look, man, careful. careful, and be smart, because obviously putting yourself into a financial situation that doesn't make sense for you, the affordability of the home, right, the mortgage payment, because interest rates are up, taxes are up. And so paying attention to what deals may make sense, where the deals are. Lots of new home builders doing all kinds of great deals. And oh, by the way, the sticker price isn't always the sale price. And so having somebody to negotiate that on your side can make a pretty big difference in regards to the sales price, in regards to the contribution towards the closing costs. And with resale homes, lots of opportunity there too. So if you're a for sale by owner, okay, on the sell side, man, you could be in big trouble. On the buy side, and you're trying to navigate this on your own, you could literally be missing out on tens of thousands of dollars in opportunity for you. Hey, look, this is going to be a very interesting several months here, and into the fall, into the winter, on what happens with the interest rates, because the Fed says that they want to see more the home inflation come down. What's that mean? Home prices come down. How does that happen? Raising interest rates. They said that they were going to do it. They've done what they've said throughout the year, and nobody expects the interest rates to go further down significantly. I get it, it's gonna fluctuate, but the overall consensus is that interest rates will hover and probably rise. And so moving into the fall with demand going down, buyer activity going down, cost possibly going up, then it could be a really weird time these next few months. And if you're thinking about holding off on selling your property, may not be a good idea. Look, hold it for at least a couple of years, 2 to 3 more years expect to hold, because fall or after the new year may not work out for you. If you're a buyer, just be careful and consult to find out what's best for you. Vision Realty Group, your vision, our mission.